Basically, right here, check the transmission, there's a sight glass. I would check that every time. Everything for daily checks on this side. So when you start out in the morning, you're going to see on the cabin now, except for who wants to do that, as far as getting into the monitor and the different programs. Swinging out in the back here, swing the fender out, your oil checks in here, your dipstick. There's also a sight glass for your hydraulic oil up on the firewall there, so you can check that every day. Washer fluids right here. Basically it's set up so you can do a quick check right first thing. Everything's over here, really you need to check as far as your fluid levels on a daily basis. Fuel fill. Back here, the swing out fan, you've got all your different radiators set up for your hydraulic coolers, engine coolant. Everything is separated. If it does get plugged up, you can swing it out and clean it out. Anything that will fit through, these are 3mm holes, so it's set up so that anything that can flow through there will flow right through the radiator and we'll plug it up. So, it should stay clean most of the time. Storage for chains on this side. I didn't open, there's really not a lot on a daily check. There's nothing you have to do over here. Same swing out here. You got your batteries here. There's a main shut off, thanks to Echo. So if it's down and you want to kill the machine, just turn it off right here. That's your main disconnect. As far as starting the loader, there's no key.
No key?
No, you hit the button one time, that's going to bring the machine up, and then the second time will actually start it. And I can show you that if you want.
Now what make is this, cat?
I hope not. It could be if they send me a check. Really, there's nothing in here you have to worry about, just all your sensors. I mean, it's really set up basic. That was one of the last things they did was try to get everything on that side so a daily check's easy.
Yep.
So you don't have to climb all over to check oil and everything. That's set up for your return to dig. I don't know who uses if you guys use that. You got a return to carry on the machine. If you have a set height you like to use. But the return to dig, I know some guys like it for shoulder. I don't know if you guys do much shoulder work. I guess the best thing really is if you have questions, they ask me. I mean, because there's really not a ton to it as far as what you need to check it. So if you have some super questions, I don't know, Billy, what do you have?
A couple buckets.
I mean, as far as what?
Well,
Always told where to check the oil, eh?
Yeah, that's where I started over here. I mean, really everything's over here. Your hydraulic oil, engine oil,
The book says it's suggested that you open these wing doors
first
before you open this, because what will happen is this will smash into that.
It will bend.
So you got to do those rear wings before you know, if somebody's washing the radiator out or something, you got to open both sides so these it doesn't smash into it, you know.
Because it will mess up these side
Yep.
doors.
And the other thing we've learned from somebody else's experience, if you're going to open those fenders up, like our old loader, we get lazy. We bring it over and wash it and leave the freaking things open. But this, you kind of got to close everything up because we'll take the bullshit doors out, you know.
The lower doors.
Access doors.
Right. When you flip
So
over.
if you're, you know, just don't forget, try not to forget to close the doors. You know, the fender, the half one.
Because I had one bend recently. They didn't put it back up, it was on the other side. They let it down and covered it. It definitely bent.
This one here?
Yeah. It puts down just like the other side for your engine.
Because of the, you know, you're tired.
But they
If that axle goes side to side, it'll squinch it.
Oh yeah.
Fuel's over in that other corner. That transmission, when you're looking at the sight glass, it's while it's running in idle. It should be above that high, or it'll be in the hot area. You know, when you get, if you're above the hot, but when it's cold before you even get in the machine, you'll be all right. But for us, maintenance end of it, when we change it and do it and all that, it'll be in between the, it'll be in the thing. But it's got to be at idle to read it correctly. But it says in the book, as long as you're above that high, you're all good to fire it up.
Okay, where's the button to start it?
It's in the cab.
Like a,
You'll learn that when you get up in there.
oh,
Check. There's a green button up there from the top. Pull it from the top? Yeah.
You know, you guys got to remember, it's a bigger machine. You're backing up. You know, it's got a little bit more ass than the other one did. Height-wise, you should be good. Go in and out every door. There's no issues. It makes it in here, our shop, Fab Shop, the other building over there. Height-wise, with the light and the antenna, you'll be all right. You're just gonna probably, if your guys are out cruising it on the roads, just watch, you know, the overgrowth and stuff. The branches and shit, you know what I mean? When you're cruising along, trying to let somebody pass, just be careful of the overgrowth and that when you're cruising it around. This thing's definitely not our other payloader. It's more sophisticated. It's all electronics. You know, the get up, get in it, and go kind of thing. Gary had mentioned with his new emission bullshit that the engine, you know, needs a little bit more loving, tender care when you start it up. You know, it might take a minute or two.
They say
before
10
it gets
minutes
fired up.
or 167 degrees to your block, and you'll notice it'll start, it'll run. You go to move it, if you hammer it down and it's not warmed up, the block is emissions, it's going to knock and sound like it's going to die.
Yeah, it'll derate the engine, so you know there's nothing wrong with it. It's just not waking up yet. It's all versus your old mechanical bullshit. You get in it, you go, away you go. Where this, you know, this definitely is in our number 50 that we used to have. And you'll find out once you get in the cab. The cab's beautiful, big. You know, the rocker switches are gone. It's all push button display. Once I think once everybody gets in it, figures it out, they'll be all right. You know, it's a learning curve experience. The other one had the shifter on the forward reverse. This one, it's, you know, joystick. But you set it up how you want it. You know, there's just buttons, fans. That heater stuff's still knobs, but the lights, you know, everything is controlled by a button. It's got a nice display up there. You know, joystick control, air seat, everything moves with you. So it's not your seat and your arm sitting there when you're blowing down the road. It's got the ride control just like ours had. You know, it's got the undercarriage wham bam shit, so we don't mess anything up from underneath. Just like I say, just be careful. You know, it's definitely not our other one. It's got more ass on to it. Watch out backing up. It's a nice machine, but it's just definitely not our old one. It's buttons. You got to think when you're in this thing. You got to think about it. If something doesn't work or something's not right to you, it's probably just a stupid little ping of a touchpad. You know. We'll try and grease it as much as possible. I'm gonna get the $5 tube stuff now.
Oh, your budget.
Well, not really. Maybe the 98-cent tubes. It's lit up pretty good. We'll keep the warning, like I say. Usually we don't have any luck with the top structure of anything high. Out doing the leaves or out spring cleanup and stuff. Everything gets wiped out. So just like I say, just if you watch the overgrowth a little bit, we'll be all right. But it's got, you know, all LED lighting. At night it lights up trick. It's nice. You know, we should have good trick. It's LED trick lighting, man. Nice. That was another
It's tricked out.
$5.
So the lights are blacked out and everything?
You know, same thing getting in and out of this thing. You know, handholds. You know. You guys got any issues if you're in it and notice something? Gary suggests we head it up and don't stall out and call them. So if you know something's leaking or see something weird or something ain't working, and
It's got a year warranty.